Childish Gambino is my all-time favorite artist. I love Donald Glover and almost everything he's ever created. His big hits like 3005 and Redbone and Bonfire are incredible pieces of music. But this video is not about his hits, as perfect as they are. Today, I want to talk to you about why I love Gambino's old mixtapes and why they speak to me so deeply.
These niggas don't talk that much shit unless you let them, and I let them cause they know if you reply then you respect them. I've been working for a minute, hope this album's a success. I'm not trying to do Drake numbers, I'm just trying to do my best. Cause let's face it, if I wasn't working with Tina on pitches, I would probably flood the market and go Katrina, you bitches,
There's a bunch of old Gambino mixtapes. Before his big mainstream albums like Camp and Because of the Internet, he was putting out tons and tons of music. Mixtapes like Poindexter and Sick Boy were his early forays into rap, and they were a little rough around the edges. If you're used to listening to mainstream Gambino, those are going to be a little tough to listen to. It's obvious that he's still finding his voice, and I think I can say this without being too controversial, but they're not that great. But then, there's Cul-de-sac. Oh man. Cul-de-sac.
Yeah, yes I'm on top, I'm going this hard, and no I won't stop. Yeah, yes I'm on top, I'm going this hard, and no I won't stop. Cheesy, what's up? Let me hear you holler, bitch, actor, writer, rapper. Nigga, I do all of it, lactose tolerant, addicted to cheddar, and I spend it on a jacket, man, I don't know no better.
This, I think, is where the modern day Gambino begins to take shape. But it's still rough and unpolished enough that it hits this sweet spot. This mixtape is just dripping with so many Gambino themes that made me fall in love with him. He's sad and angry and scared and cocky and just so conflicted in these tracks. And then, of course, there's the sample of Adele. Oh man, the sample of Adele.
Hovey with glasses, Wheezy but geeky, girls in the lobby trying to meet me. I ain't afraid to say it, yeah, I love these hoes in their glasses and their jacket and their hipster clothes. Yes, I'm always on.
The album kicks off in classic Gambino fashion. He literally starts off by saying, "All I want's to have it all." He's a rising star when Cul-de-sac releases, but he's nowhere near as big as he wants to be. But he knows he's different, he knows he's special, and in his classic brash Gambino style, he loves to talk about how he's a hero and how women are all over him. And that's a huge part of Gambino's music. It's also the biggest criticism I hear from friends who don't like him. To them, he's just this rapper who talks about how big his dick is and how many women he's sleeping with. But there's so many more layers to this album. If you peel away all the bravado and posturing that so much of rap is about, beneath it all, Gambino shows us just how scared and vulnerable he feels. And that's why this album is so special to me. Tracks like I'm Alright give us a sneak peek into the darker side of Gambino's wordplay.
I'm walking in this darkness and I'm trying to find a light, and I'd rather die than be average, and chances are I might, because things are changing, my life gone pecans, 13 cities in the last 8 weekends. All I know is, baby, I'm so tired.
The money and fame and women aren't what he was expecting. He's still scared, and he's haunted by his ambition. The clock is ticking, and he's not going to be around forever. Throughout the album, between all the rap bullshit about fucking women and being rich, there's hints of a real Childish Gambino. The behind-the-scenes Gambino who's just an angry and scared and ambitious guy who doesn't feel like he's good enough. And the only way he can make these dark feelings go away is to work like crazy. So he's going to keep burning the candle at both ends until he either achieves greatness or he's dead. And I think those are feelings that every ambitious person can relate to.
But this limelight burn like a motherfucker. I wanna call my dad crying, but I hang up, cause I don't want him to worry, he's got his own shit. So I send him a check and tell him to hold it. If anything ever happens, want you to know this. I always took the time to smell the roses, and wherever I am doing fine. I'm here for a good, not a long time.
That's why I love Gambino's old mixtapes like EP and Cul-de-sac and I Am Just a Rapper. Anyone who's working towards a dream can relate to the roller coaster of emotions that Gambino expresses in his early work. There's days where you're on cloud 9, and nights where the darkness is suffocating. Thanks for watching.